Welcome to the Hangover edition of Pop Quiz Hotshot. Three buddies wake up from a bachelor party in Las Vegas with no memory of the previous night, and the bachelor is missing. They make their way around the city in order to find their friend before his big day. The Hangover. What do I have to say about this movie? Man, what a simpler time when this came out back in 2009. I saw this in theaters. This was probably I would say one of the two best experiences I've ever had watching a comedy in theaters. Sadly, we don't get at this as much anymore. These raunchy comedies. I think they started to kind of die down. I remember like Seth Rogen was definitely like maybe doing the bigger ones, but I remember seeing this in a packed theater. I think it was opening night, 2009, and I was just laughing my butt off. This movie is funny.
It is.
Unfortunately, I can't really say that about the sequels, the third of which I've never even seen, so I can't even speak on that. But I've not heard
remember
of
the
it.
third one.
The second one I remember had some okay moments, but this movie, it just works, and it works for many reasons. It's funny, the cast is great, they have such good chemistry. Also, it just works as a mystery movie as well. They set this mystery up, and you're
Yeah.
along for the ride, and you want to solve it. So I was there for all that.
And in the spirit of this of the Hangover, this coming weekend is gonna be my bachelor party. So why not pick the Hangover and my
By the
best
time
man
this,
here on the
by
other
the time,
side?
oh, thank you. By the time this airs, it'll probably have already happened. So
True, but just a day before, maybe. I don't know. I remember when this movie came out, and I found it also so funny. Like every time something went wrong for the characters, I'm over there already crying because I'm laughing my ass off. Because you expect things to go wrong, and they do, and it's still funny. I feel like this movie became also a staple for people regarding bachelor parties. It's always getting quoted when there's someone getting a bachelor party or something like that, or like, oh, you're gonna do the Hangover, right? You're gonna leave you on top of a building. And I say, if you haven't seen this movie or at least some of these movies, you're missing out on a good laugh.
yeah, and this is the movie that basically kind of kickstarted Ken Jeong as a
Mhm.
household name pretty much. And it was this
Yeah.
movie that I think really he really blew up from. So this is
Yeah.
how the game works. Chris and I are going to go back and forth asking multiple choice questions that we each came up with, and whoever has the most points at the end is victorious and the winner.
Dun dun dun.
All right, Chris, you will be going first since this was your pick.
All right. First question for you. Put it easy here. What hotel do the guys stay at? Is it A, the Bellagio, B, Caesar's Palace, C, Excalibur, or D, the Sahara?
It's Caesar's Palace.
Correct. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. All right. Question for Chris.
Mhm.
What artist and or band is Alan singing before they are about to head out for the night? Was he singing A, Boys to Men, B, Usher, C, Baha Men, or D, Lil Wayne?
Bahaman.
Yes, Baha Men.
Correct,
That's who
Who
sings to
let
Ramondo.
Let the
the
Dogs.
dogs out? Ooh,
Yes,
ooh, ooh, ooh.
that's Baha Men. All right, after one round, Chris and I are tied 1-1. Moving on to round two.
Yay. What do they drink the first night on the roof? Was it A, whiskey, B, Jägermeister, C, tequila, or D, vodka?
The answer is Jägermeister.
Correct,
Correct.
Ramondo.
Okay. When they wake up in the morning, what type of energy drink is sitting next to Stu when he comes to? Was it A, C4, B, Monster, C, Red Bull, or D, V8?
Monster?
Monster is
Correct,
correct.
Ramondo.
Good guess.
That was a guess. All right.
After 2 rounds, Chris and I are still tied 3-3. Moving on to round number 3.
Aha. What is the name of the place where Stu got married? Was it A, Best Little Chapel? Was it B, Best Weddings in Town? C, Las Vegas, Las Vegas Strips? Or D, getting married, baby?
It was A, Best Little Chapel.
Correct.
Mundo.
All right.
Kind of
Okay.
like gave that away.
Question for Chris. What fake name does Phil give the baby before Alan calls him Carlos? Was it A, Steve, B, Ben, C, Todd, or D, Timmy?
Ben.
Ben is correct.
Correct the mundo.
After 3 rounds, Chris and I are tied 6-6. And moving on to round number 4.
Ooh. All right. When the hotel villa is totally trashed, what is found in the bathtub with all the bubbles? Is it A, a blow-up doll, B, a blow-up ball? Is it C, a human? Or is it D, a dog?
The blow-up doll.
Yes.
Correct the mundo.
I'm making this too easy for you.
All right. Question for Chris. Which character plays the piano and sings later in the movie? Was it A, Phil, B, Stu, C, Alan, or D, Doug?
Stu.
Stu is correct.
Sing the lullaby for the tiger.
Stu's song, yep. All right, after 4 rounds, Chris and I are still currently tied 10-10. Moving on to the final round.
Okay. How much money does Alan bid in for the blackjack table? Is it A, $10,000, B, $20,000, C, $3,000, $30,000, or D, $40,000?
I'm gonna say $10,000.
Correct.
Correct the
Is that a guess?
mundo.
It was a little bit of a guess. 10,000 did sound right though. Like that number, I remember. Kind of feel like I heard. Question for Chris: if he gets this correct, we move on to sudden death. If he does not get this correct, then I win. What weapon do they volunteer to have used on them at the police station? Was it A, stun gun, B, pepper spray, C, a Berna launcher, or D, a baton?
It's the stun gun.
Stun gun is correct.
Correct the mundo.
Oh, I laughed so hard at that scene. I really did.
Is that where the cop goes, in the face?
Oh, in the face! You gotta use like another vote for these big guys.
All right, so after 5
Whoa.
rounds, Chris and myself are perfect with a 15-15 score. That means that we're going into sudden death. So this is how it works. We're going to play a game called Movie Actor. One person's going to start by naming an actor that appeared in the headlining film. The next person will need to name a separate movie that the mentioned actor was in. So, for example, if the movie was Titanic, I could say Leo DiCaprio, and then Chris would just have to name a different Leo DiCaprio movie. Now, sequels, prequels, and such, they are allowed. However, you cannot name the same actor or movie twice. Once one person is incorrect or stumped, the opposing person will need to knock them out by correctly answering the question at hand. You can also challenge if you believe an answer was incorrect. So, for example, Chris thinks Al Pacino's in The Dark Knight. I'm going to challenge that.
Oops.
All right, so do I technically get to pick the first person?
I guess so. You're gonna start off hard anyway, so.
No, I'm not going to start off that hard. I mean, there's some pretty big names in this movie, so what the heck? I'll go with Bradley Cooper.
The A-Team.
Liam Neeson.
Star Wars Episode 1.
All right. Natalie Portman.
V for Vendetta.
Hugo Weaving.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring.
Sean Astin.
Oh. Sean Astin, huh? Click.
I'll go with Kate Beckinsale.
Underworld.
Damn, I don't know if I know anyone from Underworld.
What?
Do you know anyone else from Underworld?
I have to remember what his name is.
Oh. Underworld.
What was his name?
I don't think he's in that movie. He might, I'm going to guess. Michael Sheen. I'm going to have to look that up.
Michael Sheen.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I don't remember who that is.
You'd probably recognize his face. Oh, I'm right. Michael Sheen. Yeah! That was a good guess, Josh. Oh, Chris is fucked.
What the heck? I cannot remember who. Can I see the face at least?
Yeah, I guess I'll show you the face.
Oh, okay.
All right,
This is
stop
the
sharing.
werewolf. He's the main lichen. Oh God. I know his face. I just can't think of movies.
Josh
Oh,
pulls one out
no.
of his ass. You give me the word and I will finish it.
Oh, Michael Sheen. I give up.
He was in Midnight in Paris, the Woody Allen movie. He plays the douchey professor that's cheating on Owen Wilson's wife or having an affair with his wife.
Oh, congratulations, Josh.
Thank you,
For
Josh.
winning sudden
Josh
death.
wins it on a complete guess, basically, for a movie that I've never even seen. With that said, Josh, myself, is this week's winner of Pop Quiz Hotshot. Now, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe to the Crosscut channel and stay up to date for future episodes.
Thank you, everyone, for watching and or listening. Cut, print, moving on.
Woo!